Subscribe or you'll be visited by the toll troll. I'm thinking about opening up a Chinese restaurant. Think I could make $1,000 a day doing this? Problem is that I am very much a white guy. I would have to staff it up with Chinese people to maintain a certain authentic Chinese flavor. Just set up a food truck anon. Many consumers don't go to restaurants anymore. They eat at their desk. Most meals from my local Chinese spots are $9 to $15 hairs. On the high end, that's 66 meals a day for $1,000 in revenue. Now we have to factor in rent, utilities, cost of raw food/ingredients, employees, equipment, advertising, taxes and the like. I don't care enough to continue doing this, so I'll just ask, how much restaurant experience do you have? You know, a lot of those places are fronts, right? Also, most of them are only profitable because they work with people smugglers to get cheap labor. Do you happen to have a connection with snakeheads? You should intentionally not hire Chinese people to make the point that you don't need to be Chinese to make authentic Chinese food. The ingredients/recipes are what they are regardless of your race. Make that your selling point and make your logo something like, I don't need to be Chinese to make Chinese food. The attention you'll get from that is literally your only chance of making it. Not because you're white, but because restaurants are the worst business to open of all available businesses in the known universe. Very few sushi restaurants ain't neither owned nor staffed by Japanese people, so you should feel the same level of guilt and shame the Chinamen who run sushi places feel, none whatsoever. In order to maximize your profits, I suggest that you diversify by running a connected business, an animal shelter, capturing strays and farming litters. You'll make money selling some of the animals as pets, and the ones who don't get sold are processed into meat for your Chinese restaurant, just like an authentic Chinese restaurant. Definitely hire Asian staff, especially a pretty Asian girl to take orders, and at least 2 Asians to yell Asian shite at each other in the kitchen, but otherwise hire based entirely on willingness to work well and lack of courage to achieve. Be ready to go through kitchen staff faster than underwear or socks, because kitchen workers randomly just no call no show forever at the worst possible times, except for the 1% of strong kitchen workers who shall be the backbone of your kitchen staff for as long as you run the restaurant, into the ground with no survivors ideally. Consider operating in part or partly with ghost kitchens. Google and thank me later. Double up your business by running a math lab in the kitchen. Be ready to go to war with the triads or tongs or any of those crazy Chinese gangs in the protection racket. In fact, you should just completely wipe out both local chapters of those gangs on the day of your grand opening to let mother effers know that you're already protected by the sickest, craziest, most hyper-violent racketeers imaginable. 4chan. Finally, you definitely don't want to bother going through all of the hassle of getting licensed before your business is already operating at a profit. Just wait for the health inspector to do their shakedown, and then honestly claim that you had no idea, then bribe. Or run. Love eating Chinese food and worked in restaurant kitchens. Authentic Chinese flavor. Anon, most Chinese restaurants are basically just a franchise because they buy all of their ingredients and recipes from a distributor that acts like a chain akin to McDonald's. So you can easily be a white guy running a Chinese restaurant that has the same flavors as any of the other Chinese takeout spots without having any Chinese employees.